Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying close attention to the NFL landscape recently, you know that the AFC North is as competitive as ever. But this new development involving the Steelers' roster, a potential trade that could significantly shake things up, is what everyone's talking about right now. And trust me, it's not just a rumor. There's real substance behind this story. The Steelers, as you well know, have been building a competitive team, especially on defense. But their offense has been a bit of a question mark lately, particularly at the wide receiver position. They've got some talent, no doubt, but the need for a true, dependable, and dynamic receiver has been glaring for quite some time. The recent trade proposal, which involves a young, talented receiver from the Green Bay Packers, is exactly the kind of move that could turn their offensive fortunes around. Let's rewind a little and set the scene. The Steelers' roster has been in a bit of flux at the receiver spot. They parted ways with George Pickens, a promising young playmaker, in a trade that sent him to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, that move has created a void on the boundary opposite DK Metcalf, and fans are rightfully wondering, who's going to fill that gap? The Steelers need someone who can come in and produce immediately, someone who can be a reliable target for quarterback Kenny Pickett, especially with the season looming just around the corner. And that's where this intriguing proposal comes into play. The buzz around this potential move revolves around Romeo Dubs, a promising receiver from the Packers. Now, Doubs isn't just any player, he's a guy who's shown flashes of high potential in his young career. Coming out of Nevada, Doubs impressed during his rookie season, catching the attention of NFL scouts with his speed, route running, and ability to make plays after the catch. His rookie campaign was promising, and he followed that up with another solid year, recording over 600 yards in both seasons, and even lighting up the scoreboard with 8 touchdowns in 2023. That kind of production is nothing to scoff at, especially for a receiver who's still just 25 years old. What makes Doubs particularly interesting for the Steelers is his connection with Aaron Rodgers, the legendary quarterback who recently joined the Jets, but has a history with the Packers and their players. Rodgers played with Doubs during his rookie season, so there's already a level of familiarity and chemistry there. That kind of rapport can be a game changer in terms of offensive production, especially when integrating a new receiver into the system. Rodgers has a knack for elevating his receivers, and with Doubs' youth and talent, this pairing could be a match made in heaven. Now, let's get into the mechanics of this potential trade. According to NFL insiders and analysts like Christopher Knox from Bleacher Report, the Steelers could target Doubs, who's currently on a rookie deal set to expire after the 2024 season. The Packers, in the midst of a rebuild and stacked with young talent at the receiver position, might be open to trading Doubs, especially if they believe they can get solid value in return. Reportedly, a day 3 pick, that's a third-round or later selection, could be enough to land Doubs in a trade. That's a relatively low cost for a player with Doubs' upside, and it's an investment that could pay huge dividends for Pittsburgh. Imagine the impact this could have. Doubs, with his ability to stretch the field and make contested catches, would immediately elevate the Steelers' passing game. His experience playing with Rodgers, combined with the chemistry he's already built with him, could accelerate his integration into Pittsburgh's offense. Plus, with DK Metcalf drawing double teams and defenses focusing on stopping the run, a reliable receiver like Doubs could become a primary target, helping Kenny Pickett develop more confidence and consistency throwing downfield. But beyond the immediate on-field benefits, this move also signals something about the Steelers' approach. They've been steadily rebuilding and adding young talent, but acquiring a player like Doubs shows they're serious about contending now. It's a strategic move that combines youth, potential, and familiarity, a recipe for success. The Steelers have a history of making smart trades, and this could be one of those moves that helps them leapfrog their division rivals, especially if their offense starts clicking in sync with their strong defense. Of course, there are questions too. Will the Packers be willing to part with Doubs? What about the team's draft capital? Will the Steelers be willing to give up a third-round pick for a player with only a couple of seasons of proven production? These are all valid questions, but the Steelers' front office has shown a willingness to be aggressive when the right opportunity arises. If Doubs can stay healthy and continue developing, he could be a steal at that price, a true game-changer for the Steelers' offense. Looking at the bigger picture, the AFC North is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in football. The Ravens, Bengals, and Browns have all made significant moves this offseason, beefing up their rosters and aiming for division dominance. For the Steelers, making a move for a young receiver like Doubs isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about positioning themselves as serious contenders. They want to be in the mix come playoff time, and adding a player with Doubs' upside could be the kind of catalyst that pushes them over the edge. Now, let's talk about the Steelers' current roster and how this potential addition fits into their broader strategy. Pittsburgh's offense has been a bit inconsistent over the past couple of seasons, largely because of the lack of a consistent deep threat or a reliable target on the outside. Kenny Pickett, despite showing flashes of brilliance, still needs that dependable weapon to elevate his game. DK Metcalf has been a dominant force, but he can't do it all alone. The addition of Doubs could give the Steelers that extra dimension, a receiver who can win one-on-one battles, make tough catches, and help open up the field for the rest of their offense. And let's not forget the Steelers' offensive line, which has been improving but still needs to provide better protection for Pickett. With a more potent passing attack, defenses will have to respect the Steelers' aerial game more, which could help open lanes for Najee Harris and the running game. It's all interconnected, and a smart trade for a receiver like Doubs could be the missing piece that turns Pittsburgh's offense into a more explosive unit capable of competing at the highest level. From a historical perspective, the Steelers have always been a team that values smart, strategic moves. They've built their identity around a tough, disciplined defense and a balanced offense that can adapt to the game situation. Moving for a young, talented receiver who has familiarity with Rodgers and potential for growth fits perfectly into that mold. It's a move rooted in both strategic thinking and a desire to contend now, not just in the future. Looking ahead to the season, the Steelers have high hopes. The defense is stacked, and they've added some key pieces in the draft, but the offense needs that spark. If they can land Doubs, it's not just about adding a player, it's about adding a catalyst. Imagine a scenario where Doubs quickly develops chemistry with Pickett, creating a formidable duo that defenses struggle to contain. That could be the difference maker in close games, especially in the AFC North, where every game counts. And of course, Steelers fans remember the glory days of the franchise, the Super Bowl wins, the legendary players, and the gritty, hard-nosed football that became their trademark. Moves like this show that the franchise is still committed to competing at the highest level, to chasing those Lombardi trophies, and to keeping the Steelers relevant in a league that's more competitive than ever. It's about maintaining that legacy, adapting to new trends, and making bold decisions when needed. So, as we watch this story unfold, keep in mind that the NFL offseason is full of surprises. Sometimes, a single trade can alter the course of a franchise's season and even its future. The Steelers, with their rich history and relentless determination, are potentially on the verge of making a move that could define their upcoming campaign. Whether they pull the trigger or not, the discussions alone show how serious they are about returning to the top. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. This is the kind of story that keeps us all on the edge of our seats, and we're just getting started with what's to come in the 2024 NFL season. Keep your eyes open, because the Steelers are always up to something, and it's going to be an exciting ride.